Hey guys, what is up? Sam or Scorpio here, bringing you guys a pretty massive video talking about the many fixes that have been brought into Black Ops 4 today. We have fixes, we have massive features for all three modes here, including Blackout multiplayer, and you know what this channel's about, all about that, zombies. First up, I'll just point out, because we all know it's out now, Nuketown is in game. There's a 24/7 playlist if you want to check that out right now in multiplayer. The patch is live. I believe it's 11 gigabytes on Xbox, where the map is going to be coming next week, and it's actually only 9.5 gigabytes on PS4. The patch is available now. As I say, for Xbox and PC users, the map will be available next week. So we're going to start off in zombies in terms of these fixes and changes that have been brought in, because we have some very exciting things that I know a lot of people have been asking for. Firstly, the big new feature, Speed Cola, has been added into the game. In a way, it's not just straight up you buy the perk. Pretty much the way it works is when you have all 4 of your perks currently purchased, you'll actually get an increased weapon reload speed, which is a really nice little addition here, meaning you don't have to take up a perk slot for it, you just kind of have it when you have all 4 of your perks, a bit like a bonus modifier in a way. And I just think that was a great way to add it in, because reload speed was a big issue. I think this is generally going to be a pretty cool way to have it included, honestly. We also have a bunch of different kind of bug fixes here, including exploits on different maps. We have issues as well. One particular one I'm particularly close to getting fixed was the SDM being fixed. For some of you who didn't know, if you had the SDM with the iron sights, when you pack-a-punched it, it would actually reset to the default. That's actually been fixed now, which is very cool to see. I think that's going to make it a very powerful gun, being able to use that in zombies with that iron sight on. Now, we also have a few little changes here, things that have been, well, generally bugging some people for a while. Fixes to do with clan tags and kill counters that you have unlocked on weapons. A bug where reload speed would be increased when near players with Path of Sorrows, that's also gone. Apparently that was a bug. Not sure that may relate to the introduction of Speed Cola. We also have a bunch of little bugs here being fixed in the various Easter egg quests that some of you may have had issue of, something to do with storm spikes in the 9 Easter egg quests, for example. Resolved an issue with the Death of Orion challenge being completed with fewer than 9 zombies apparently on 9. There's generally a bunch of different fixes here, which I'm not going to go through because there's so many of them. I will leave the patch notes linked down below if this is something you're wanting to check out, but there's many exploits and glitches that have been fixed. There also comes with this a massive list of crash issues that have been fixed in zombies, listed as stability fixes. This includes some global and some specific to each map, which particularly relate to different steps of Easter egg. This is particularly fluent on 9 and Blood. They have a lot of Easter egg related fixes. Classifieds has a few ones, for example, relating to character banter on special rounds causing crashes. Some weird ones on there, and ones on Voyage which interestingly, reference the upgraded Bowie knife and the homunculus flag Easter eggs, showing these Easter eggs that have just popped up over the last couple of days, interestingly, have been broken, which is interesting that, well, they're already broken. So overall, not massive additions to zombies. That Speed Cola is going to be a very big one, honestly, for the mode, and yeah, hopefully blue screens are running better. I'm going to be doing a lot of testing today. I'll bring you guys probably a follow-up video tomorrow, letting you know kind of the state of zombies right now and generally how it is going. So next we're going to move over to Blackout, where we do have some very cool little features. So firstly, the icon character missions have been unlocked. You can now get Mason, Woods, Menendez and Reznov in-game right now, so I will be bringing you guys a video when we know how those character missions are completed. I'll bring you guys a video to explain them all and generally teach you guys how to get them, because I'm sure many of you are going to be wanting to get those awesome iconic classic campaign characters. And we've actually had a character mission change to. Nomad was one which had a lot of complaints, so pretty much how Nomad worked is you had to get character item, being Juno's tags, and then you had to, well, go and get 3 specialist enemy kills. This has now been changed to remove the dependency of other players' character choices. So presumably that means it no longer relates to specialist. Maybe that just means 3 kills. I'm not sure. I'll need to get in the game and test very soon to see generally if it's a bit better. I hope it is, because that was a big issue for me. And then another change that we actually have into Blackout, which is very cool, is the Bowie knife is in. A one-hit kill melee weapon in Blackout, which sounds super powerful, which I absolutely love. I can't wait to see the way that is going to be working. I presume that's going to relate to one of the zombies characters, honestly. I think that might have some kind of relation, probably to Dempsey or someone like that, I would say. in terms of how we get him unlocked once premise are added in, probably in the next major update. A little side note I actually want to throw in this video here that has just popped up after me getting in game is that it is now actually saying if you go into Blackout's characters, under Hudson, unlocked by completing a character mission. Now this is particularly interesting because before the update, for those who didn't know, that was unlocked by reaching tier 200 in the whole contraband battle pass stream type of thing, and now all of a sudden that says there's a character mission. So maybe they saw how generally impossible that was to get and they've put in a way to get him. If so, that would be very cool to see that they've done. Obviously not for the people who bought their way to tier 200, but it would be very cool if there was a character mission added to kind of make that possible. As I said, it didn't used to say that before, but now post-update it is. So I thought I'd throw this little extra detail in here just to let you guys know if a character mission does show up, again, I'll be bringing you guys a guide on how to unlock that. Enjoy the rest of the video. And also in celebration of Nuketown, Nuketown has been turned into a zombie spot where pretty much now you can get a zombie supply stash spawn location behind the Nuketown sign. Really cool little addition there, honestly. I fucking love that idea. Turning it into it to celebrate the little event. I hope they do this more throughout the season. I'm very much looking forward to seeing that. And also we have Blackjack's shop coming in for multiplayer and Blackout. This is pretty much going to be something where, well, the way it works, it's basically like the Fortnite shop is the best way I can explain it to you guys, honestly. It's pretty much where there's a list of items, different gear items and more, and you can buy them in exchange for COD points. Cool little thing there. Something that's going to help with an actual major issue inside the Blackout right now is actually we are now going to be able to get a free tier a day. This is a really cool little thing, honestly, because the tier progression is so incredibly slow. It did need a way to do this, and pretty much for every day that you go on, pretty much for the first merit you earn in Blackout, or for the first win you get in multiplayer, you will get a free tier, which I think is such a cool little thing, honestly, because we really need more faster ways to earn tiers, and it's so slow. I mean, in a 50-day season, this means you can get an extra 50 tiers, which is huge on your progression through it. So I can't wait to see how this goes, particularly going into the next operation where we can get one a day for the full time. It's going to be really cool to see generally how this is utilized going down the line. We also have a few different Blackout fixes, including stability fixes. We now have a team scoreboard for duos and quads, which is awesome. You're going to be able to see probably how many downs people have had, how many kills. Very cool little thing to be able to see there. And we also have item pickups now stream in faster at start of match, so presumably, I know there's been a bit of a load time issue with those items appearing when you drop in. Glad to see they'll be showing up a bit faster there, which is very exciting to see. And now onto the multiplayer side, which surprisingly we have some very interesting stuff on. Firstly, we have a lot of balancing stuff that I'm not going to go into. Again, the patch notes are linked down below if you want to see them. This includes SMGs being buffed. I believe some ARs have been buffed and nerfed variously, various operator mods changes, a whole bunch of things like increased fire rate on the Outlaw, greatly reduced idle sweat. Pretty much the Outlaws had a fatty buff, which is something you needed. It was by far the worst sniper in this game. Again, various specialist changes and perk changes. Again, patch notes linked below. We also have playlist changes inside of multiplayer, including the Endurance Chaos Mosh Pit, which is the new featured mode, which is 6v6 with doubled score limits. That's TDM with 150 score limit, 15-minute timer. Domination with 200 round up to 400, which is mad high. Domination with 500 and kill confirmed with 120, which is interesting. I think that's going to be a lot of fun to try out, those longer match kind of times. Mercenary Capture Mosh Pit, is that been added to featured as well. 5v5 domination, hardpoint and control with no parties allowed. Gun game remains in feature category. Glad to see that sticking about, and also hardcore S&D is featured as well. Now here's something that I thought was very, very interesting that they've brought in, that I'm kind of confused by. Well, firstly, we've had a bunch of multiplayer fixes as well, various little fixes here and there, some challenge stuff. But here's something I think is interesting. There is a section talking about spawns, and it says spawn adjustments made for Arsenal, Summit, and wait for it, Silo. This applies to several different modes, and this is very interesting to me because, well, Silo could very well be a codename for one of our existing maps. That's very possible. But at the same time, Silo was a classic Black Ops 1 map that actually existed back in that era. And, well, maybe that's coming back. We know that we're expecting a multiplayer map a month roughly with the Black Ops Pass, and maybe this is going to be our first one, honestly. I'll show a picture on screen for those of you guys who don't remember. It was kind of like a nuclear missile test site. And it'd be very cool to see this map coming back, I think. I don't know if it is coming back or not. There's no certainty on this right now. This is just based on what Treyarch put on their patch notes. I think it's very strange that this map is listed, given it's not even in-game, which is very, very weird. But I'll make sure to let you guys know we should have an update on our first Black Ops Pass maps coming very soon, hopefully in the next couple of weeks actually, if that's coming soon. There have been rumblings and rumours of Nuketown zombies also potentially coming, which would be a super exciting thing to see, guys. I just can't wait to see where this game is going and generally what changes they're going to bring next. Hopefully zombies in a better state. As I say, I'll be bringing you guys follow-up videos on characters, zombie fixes, and a whole lot more. I'll also be live streaming, so make sure to check that out. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Get in those games. I'll see you on more Black Ops 4 videos. Bye!